Good evening, Bhante.
Good evening, sister. Right. Good evening, Dhamma friends, once again, and welcome back to the online Pal reading class, day 25. And today we will be studying another section of the Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta, which we studied last week. All right, so let's get started by paying homage to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. So today we will be studying from the third stanza onward of Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta. What does Nidhi mean once again? Nidhi?
Hidden treasure.
Hidden treasure or buried treasure.
Good. All right. Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta, the reserved one, stanzas 3 and 4. We'll take a look at the first stanza 3. Okay. Tavas sunnihito santo gambhire udakantike na sabbu sabbada eva tassa tang upakappati. Tavas sunnihito santo gambhire udakantike na sabbu sabbada eva tassa tang upakappati. Now the stanza explains, I would say, gives an idea that although people are trying to bury their treasures beneath the earth, there are still issues surrounding that kind of story. The next stanza is about the dangers of such, placing their treasures, in a deep place. Okay, so maybe I'm going to ask Dhamma friends to read from group 1. Okay, anybody from group 1 would like to read?
Bhante, any?
Yes, any.
Okay, Bhante. Tava suhinito santo gambire udakantike na sabbo sabbada eva tassatang upakappati.
Yeah, great.
Okay, Bhante.
And group 2? Yeah. Who raised the hand first? I think, is it Indra or Susan? Who would like to read? Okay, Indra. Yes. Go ahead.
Thank you, Bhante. Tavassu nihito santo gambhire udakantike na sabbo sabbada eva tassa tam upakampati.
Upakappati.
Upakappati, sorry. I said kampati. Upakappati. Thank you,
Kampati
Bhante.
is a different idea.
Yeah,
Great.
upakappati.
Great. And then group 3. Some group 3. Yes. Group 4. Yes, here we are. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Bhante. Tava suni hito santo, gambire uda kantike. Na sabo sabada eva, tasa tam upakappati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Then group 5. Group 5. Melinda, yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Bhante. Tava suni hito santo, gambire uda kantike, na sabo sabada eva, tak setang upakappati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Group 6. Yeah, group 6. Group 7. Right, Shirley? Yes, go ahead.
Tawa suni hito santo, gambire uda kantike, nang sapo sabada eva, tasatan upakappati.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Then group 8. Yes, that's good. Group 8. Yes, John. Let's go ahead.
Thank you, Bhante. Tava sunahito santo.
But there's a small thing to correct. Tawas. Let me put a dot. Let me put a dot over here.
The dot over the
here.
S.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tawas. Then sunihito santo. Yes.
Tava sunihito santo, gambire utakantike. Na sabo sabda eva hasatam upakapati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
So I'm going to be giving the opportunity to others. Anybody who wants to read? We start from. We can start from Suzanne. Yes, Suzanne. Try to read before.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Tava suni hito santo, gambire uda kantike, no sabo sabada eva tasatam upakapati.
Yeah, great. And Billing?
Sorry.
Yes.
Tawa sunihito santo, gambire uda kantike, na sabo sabada eva. Tasatang upakapati.
Okay. No, that's
okay.
only for the third. Now, when you read, now I think most of you might have forgotten about the aspirate sound. Here you see H. Now these are Tawa sunihito san. Gambhi, B, not just B, right? It's gonna be
Gambi.
H-I, right? B-H-I. Bhire. Gambhire.
Gambire.
Gambhire. B.
Gambi.
Yes,
Gambire.
Bhire. Almost there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so then Oi. Wow.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Tawas sunihito santo gambire udakantike na sabo sabada eva tasa tang upakapati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
And then May Oi.
Tawas sunihito santo gambire uda kantike na sabo sabada ewa tasa tam upakampati.
Upakapati.
Upakampati.
Upakapati. No M.
Upakapati.
Great.
Okay, thank
So
you.
upakampati is another verb. When you say kampati means shake, like shake, maybe, you know, that you empathize about somebody. Kapati is something else. I would say support, help, right? Yeah, other than that, everything's okay. And then we'll be asking Serene. Yeah, it's Serene.
Thank you, Bhante. Tawas sunihito santo gambire udakantike na sabo sabada eva tasatang upakapati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
And then Young.
Okay, Bhante. I try. Tawasu nihito santo gambire utakantike na sabbo sapada ewa tasatan upakampati.
Upakapati. Huh?
Upakapati. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, great. And then Pochuo. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Tawasunihito santo gambire udakantike na sabbo sabbada eva tasatam upakapati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Then, yes. Nine Cheng, yes. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante. Tawas sunihito santo gambire oda katike na sabbo sabbada eva tasa tang upakapati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah. And then CHR.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Tawas sunihito santo gambire udakantike na sabo sabada ewa tasatang upakapati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Right. Anybody else? Right. Yes, Jupeng. Yeah, go ahead.
Tawas sunihito santo gambire udakantike na sabo sabada ewa tasatang upakapati.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes. All right. Let's move on to the next verse then. Now, these are the dangers that are given as a clue in the previous stanza, which you all recited. Nidhi va dhana chavati sanya vasa vimuihati naga va apana minti yakha vapi harantina. There are a couple of places to be very much concerned. I mean, watch for those letters. Nidhi va dhana chavati, not kavati, yeah? Chavati sanya vas vimuihati naga va apanamiti yakha vapi harantina. All right. Group 1. Group 1. Yes, I see.
Good me, Bhante.
Yes, go ahead.
Nidhi wa Tana Chawati. Sanya wasa vimui hati. Naga wa apanamenti. Yaka wapi haranti nam.
Could you go for the first two again?
First two line.
Yes.
Nidhi wa Tana Chawati. Sanya wasa vimui hati.
It's not vasa. Vasa is what you do during the vasa time. It's different. Can you try again?
Sanya wasa.
Vasa.
Oh,
Sanya
vasa.
vasa vimui.
Sanya wasa vimui hati.
Yes, sanya vasa.
Wasa.
What is this vasa? Va, again, there's a preposition. Va is O. See? O, he forgets the signs, telling where they lie. Sanya va. Assa vimuyati. It's a combination in Pali. Va plus assa. Now in Pali grammar, there is a rule when there are two vowels standing at the end of the first word, and if the first letter of the next word is also having the same combination of the vowel letters, they're going to be combined, and then the final output of the word will be the vowel that was ended with the first word. That is why you see. Now let me show you here. Va. As. Now, because of these two vowels, what will happen? This will be, I would say, elided, and then the word will be combined with vas. See, vas. So, because of the two vowels, the vowel of the end of the first word becomes dominant. That's what happened. Sanya vas vimuyhat. Can you try again, Ike? Just to see whether you
okay.
Point, yes.
Sanya wasa vimui hati.
Vasa vimui. Now you understand vasa, it is a combination. It is not like vasa. Vasa is the ear, rainy ear, but here vasa means va asa. O he asa. Yeah, great. And then group 2. Group 2. Right, then going on to the group 3.
Then I read. Bhante.
Oh, billing, yes.
Bhante, I try.
Yes, go ahead.
Nidhi va Tana Chavati. Sanya vasa vimui hati. How to pronounce that one? YH.
I will correct if anything goes wrong. Go ahead.
Naga va apana menti. Yaka vapi haranti nam.
Maybe you can read again the first line, just to, get used.
Nidhi va Tana Chavati.
Okay, good. Yeah, then
Thank
group
you.
4, can be on, please.
Yes, thank you, Bhante. Nidhi va Tana Chavati. Sanya va sa vimui hati. Naga va apana menti. Yakha vapi haranti nam.
Yakha?
Yakha vapi haranti nam.
Haranti nam. Interesting. Yeah, good. Group
Thank
5.
you.
Melinda, yes, go ahead.
Hey, Bhante, thank you.
Yes.
Nidhi va Tana Chavati. Sanya vasa vimui hati. Naga va apanamenti. Yakha Vapi Haranti Nam.
Yeah,
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
Then group 6.
Bhante, I read.
Oh, Suban, let's go ahead.
Nidhivatana chavati sanya vasa vimuhati nagava apanamenti yakka vapi harantinam.
Great. And then group 6, right? Yes. Yes, group 6. Anybody from group 6? And group 7? Yes, Sumana? Yes.
Nidhivatana chavati sanya vasa vimuhati nagava apanamenti yakha vapi harantinam.
Nidhivatana chavati. Yeah. Want to try again the first line?
Nidhivatana chavati.
Yeah, great. Yes. Then Sumana from group 6 or 7? Huh? Are you from group 6 or 7?
7.
7.
7.
Okay.
Bhante.
Okay. Okay. Group 8? Group 8? Looks like nobody. All right. So, and I'm giving the opportunity to others. Anybody who did not? Okay. Annie, yes?
Thank you, Bhante. Nidhivatana chavati sanya vasa vimuhyati.
Vasa.
Nag vasa
Vasa.
vimuhyati.
Vasa.
Vasa.
Ah, great.
Sanya vasa vimuhyati. Nagava apanamenti yakava piharantinam.
Could you go again for the first line? Nidhi.
Okay. Nidhivatana chavati.
Okay.
Thank you, Bhante.
Normally we read the Nidhivatana chavati, not chavati.
Chavati.
Yeah,
With
chavati.
or not chavati, chavati. Chavati. Nidhivatana chavati.
It's like somebody is selling my name, Chandima, not Chandima. Chandima. This is the difference, you know. Not cha.
Chavati. Not chavati.
Nidhivatana chavati.
Chavati.
Ah, yes.
Nidhivatana chavati.
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 Yes, you can say chavati, but chavati is not the proper thing.
Chavati.
It's like the 5 precepts, right? Panatipata Vedamani Sikka Padang sama Sikka Padang sama. Padang, not Padang.
Padang. So chavati.
Chavati. The way Nidhivatana, not chavati. Nidhivatana chavati.
Chavati.
Chavati. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante.
All right. Then Young SM.
Okay, Bhante, I try. Nidhivatana chavati sanya vasa vimuhati nagawa apana manti yakha
Apana menti.
nagawa apa menti yakha
Apana menti.
apana menti yakha wa piharanti nang.
All right. Good, good. And Indra?
Thank you, Bhante. Nidhivatana chavati sanya vasa vimehati Naga wa apanamenti. Yakha wapi haranti nang.
Great. And then we
Thank you,
have
Bhante.
Sarin.
Thank you, Bhante. Nidiwa Thana Chavati. Sanya Wasa. Sorry.
Vasa.
Sanya Wasa.
Vasa. Long. I have to make it long.
Okay, again. Sanya Wasa Vimuhati. Naga wa apana menti. Yaka wapi haranti nam.
Okay, great. Pochuon.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante. Nidiwa Tanya Chavati. Sanya Vasa Vimuthati. Nagawa Apanamenti.
Nagawa.
Nagawa Apanamenti. Yakawapi Harantinam.
Okay. Oi.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Nidiwa Thana. Sorry. Nidiwa Thana Chavati. Sanyawasa Vimuhati. Nagawa Apanamenti. Yakawapi Harantinam. Yakawapi Harantinam.
Yeah,
Thank
good.
you.
And CHR, please. CHR. Yes, CHR over there. If not, I'm going to be asking 9. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Nidiva Thana Chavati. Sanya Vasa Vimuhati. Nagawa Apanamenti. Yakha Vapi Haranti Nang.
Yeah, great. And then
Thank you, Bhante.
Chongpakla.
Thank you, Bhante. Nidiva Thana Chavati. Sanya Vasa Vimuhati. Vimuhati. Nagawa Apanamenti. Yaka Vapi Haranti Nam.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes. Anybody else? Yes, Suzanne.
Thank you. Nidiva Thana Chavati. Sanya Vasa Vimuhati. Nagawa Apanamenti. Yakavapi Harantinam.
Great. Any others?
Good.
All right. Looks like that's all. Okay, so let's go back to the first stanza. I'm going to be asking you once again, Nidhi. What does Nidhi mean? Nidhi? Nidhi means?
Hidden treasure.
Hidden
treasure.
Right? Then Khanda?
Small portion.
Small portion.
Maybe a portion of hidden treasures. Or maybe I would say a collection, portion, anything. Khanda refers to the levels, I would say decrease, small decrease, or probably a collection. But we cannot translate the word as it is. So we're going to say a contextual English word called the reserve fund. That means that this could be a fund that somebody can really rely on in his or her life, right? Now, last Thursday, we discussed about why this is happening. People wanted to do it because it's good for them. I mean, not about the punya, not about the good karma context, but in the context of their life, material life. So unless someone, keeps his or her treasures underneath, then he or she might not be able to benefit from them. Maybe he or she may be at risk in his or her future. But today, these two stanzas talk about the issues regarding this hiding treasures under the earth. We'll see. Tavas sunihito santo. Tavas sunihito santo. Gambhire udakantike. Na sabbo sabbada eva tassa tang upakappati. I think I always remind you to read every letter in Pali. When you read Pali, you won't have any silent letters in Pali. In English, you have silent letters, right? Right? You may have some silent places. You're going to be silent. You are not pronouncing those letters. But can you find some silent letters in Pali? You gotta read them. Unless couple words combine together, right? Then you are not going to read letters that are inside the combination. But if you see any Pali, you're going to be reading every letter slowly. If you are going to be very fast, you're going to be missing out of some of the letters. Here in this stanza, it talks about, I would say, a clue about the dangers of the hidden treasures. Now let's see the Pali here. Okay. Tava. What does Tava mean in Pali? Tava. Now there are two Pali words about Tava, right? Tava. Tava. Yavata Bhagava Loke Tavata. Yava. Yava Tava. Yava. Yava means as long, right? Yavata Bhagava Loke. Yavata. Yavata means, Yava means maybe till, or I would say as long as. Tava, till that time. But here Tava means although. Why it is given as although? Because the previous two stanzas talk about what people do. Now, giving this Pali word means that there are issues. Tava, although. Sunihito santo. Sunihito, the Pali word is nihito. Nihito. But then there's a prefix sunihito. Sunihito. Su means well. Nihito. Nihito means stored. Right? Although the treasures are well stored. Santo means what do you call it? It's implied here. That means exist. Santo means exist. Although the wealth is well stored. Then, where? Gambhire udakanti. Udakantike. Gambhire means in a deep pit. Udakantike means close to water. What is the Pali word for water?
Udaka.
Then what is antike?
Close. Close.
Close. Near.
Close.
Near.
Maybe the terminal place of the water, right? Maybe the I would say, to the top level of the water. Now, thinking that there is a level of water underneath. Now the pit is close to that water level, the Kantiki. What are the other Pali words for water in Pali? Jala is, sorry, Jala.
Paniya.
Udakke.
Paniya.
Jala is,
Udakke. Udakka.
yeah, Udaka is here. Jala, Udaka,
Jala.
Paniya. Paniya.
Paniya.
Paniya.
It could be many
Paniya.
things. When you say Paniya, yeah, normally Paniya has different thought, different, because Paniya, can see here. Yeah, Paniya, water, drink, beverage. Yes. So Jala is one, Udaka is one. Okay. Are there any other words?
Bhante, this is Udakka. Udakka. Our spell with O. O or U also okay.
Oh,
Yeah?
that's a Burmese text. They put it Odak, but the way that we pronounce is Udaka.
Yeah, Udakka.
Yes.
Thank you.
Udaka.
Paniya.
Are there any other words for water? Now, what are the words? What are the stanzas do you use to offer some articles to the Buddha?
Offering of water.
Yeah, how do you remember those Pali stanzas to say?
Paniyam parikapitam.
Paniyam parikapi adivase tuno bhante. Paniyam parikapi. Make it like this. Paniyam. Jalang. Udakang. Right? Parikapi. Okay. Udakang. Then na sabbo sabbada eva. Na means no. Sabbo, all things, sabbada eva. Now it refers to the last line. So although treasures are well stored wherever they are, but they are not always safe. Na sabbo means all things. Sabbada means
Always.
Sabbada?
Always.
Yes, always.
Every day.
Every day. That's the literal meaning. Sabbada. Eva tassa tan upakappati. Tassa means him or her, the person who is hiding treasures. Tang means such treasures. Upakappati, help. Do we find this word in any other places? Upakappati. Did we study this word before? Upakappati. Did we find this word in any other suttas? Upakappati. Tirokutta Sutta. Tirokutta Sutta. Yata vari vaha pura paripurenti sagara neva me veitodina petanang upakam. See? Tirokutta Sutta. So upakappati means support. Now in that Pali stanza of the Tirokutta Sutta, it says punyas are going to be supportive, helpful for the Jnati Petan. Here. Now, this person who is hiding treasures underneath, that hiding of treasures is not always supportive for that person. That's what it says. Huh? Any questions here? Any questions about the first stanza?
Bhante, upakapati, the meaning is from the dictionary is approaches or suitable, but here the English meaning, they don't put this. So
dictionary has a lot of meaning. Only when you understand the context, you will pick up the right meaning.
Okay.
Now, approach means support in a way.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's why you cannot simply know something just from the dictionary. You need to know the context.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bhante. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Bhante, can you explain again this difference between Namo Tassa and then this Tassa, the different, the A sound?
Yeah, that's the same. Namo, homage to the person, to him, homage to him. Who is that him? Bhagavato Arahato Samma. Now, that him is explained by Bhagavato Arahato Samma. Now here Tassa means him. Who is that him? That person who is hiding treasures underneath, under the earth. Tassa means that person. Him or her. That kind of hiding is not always every day going to be supportive, helpful to that person. Now here is the, what you call male version, right? You could say Tassa, help her, but Tassa means him. Him, yeah, him.
Thank you.
Now, how do we take Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato? Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma. Homage to the one who is Bhagavato Arahato Samma. Yes, KBR.
Yeah, thank you, Bhante. Bhante, just one question. I'm just wondering why in the olden days do they keep or store their treasures in a deep pit close to water? Is there a certain reason it has to be close to water?
It's a common sense, they didn't have banks. They didn't have places to put. They didn't have places to go and store, like especially in the hand of other people. Because if the king sees, he is going to seize everything. At that time in India, kings can seize any property. So it's kind of a very what you call highly censored by royals at that time. Now you will see that in the bottom. So they thought that it is best to dig a, I would say, pit close to the water. Nobody cannot see, feel, and they're going to bury them for the future. That is the idea. So one thing is that there was no proper place to live. At the same time, kings can seize anytime, kings. And then there were other dangers, like there were thieves, looters, and a lot of problems. Not like in today's world. Today's world, if you look at the people and why they are going to bring their stuff into a bank and then asking them to put in a safe, right? It's pretty safe for many people, right? So that was the reason.
Thank you.
Yes, Nain Cheng, yeah, question?
Yes, Bhante. Bhante, just now you said the upper kapati means support. So the tongue means not.
Yeah, it cannot help. It cannot support him.
So that means the negative of cannot help. That means the cannot is the TAN, the tongue. Does that means cannot?
No. Cannot. Negativity is here.
Cannot I see.
Here. You have to take cannot like this. You have to take it here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Sabbo sabbada eva tassata ne upaka. That's how we take it.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Right. Okay, let's go to the next answer. This part. Nidhi va dhana chavati. Sanya vas vimuyati. Naga va apana menti. Yakha vapi harantina. Now see the dangers that people at that time who had money, who had treasures, encountered. These are the issues that they had. Now you might see dangerous issues that you may have in today's world when you have money and other things. But when you see the situation of somebody at that time, you will see it a little differently. Nidhiva Thana Chavati. Or perhaps those savings are removed from that place. Now we have to understand these Pali words. Now Nidhi here you understand, it's the hidden treasure. Thana Chavati. Va means O, right? I think I already explained to you this preposition O, but here Thana Chavati. Thana means Thana. Thana, place. Thana means place, but Thana is place, but when you say Thana, from that place. From that place. Then Chavati. Chavati means Chavati.
Move.
Remove.
Remove.
Remove. Now I want you to think about any other textual sutta places, sutta text where you find this word Chavati. One place is Satcha Vibhanga Sutta. You could see how the Bhante Sariputta, Arahant Sariputta explained the death. Chuti Chavanata, Kalakiriya, Maranang, Antaradhanang. Let's go to the Satcha Vibhanga Sutta. Satcha Vibhanga Sutta. All right, let's see how he explained about Marana, death. All right, it's over here. Katamancha uso Marana. Ya tesang sattanam tamha tamma sattanikaya. Chuti chavanata. Bhedo antaradhana machu maranang kalakiriya khandanam bhedo kale bharassa nikhepo jivitindriya supanchi. Now all these are explanations about the death. So in Buddhism, there's no only one word for the death. See, Chuti, Chavanata, Bhedo, Antaradhanang, Machu, Marana. Kalakirya, Kandanang, Bhedo, Kalebarasani Kepo, Jivitindriyas, Uppe, Pachetu. Now, this word normally appears in the Abhidhamma, Jivitindriya, but it's here too, some points. Okay, Chuti means, what does Chuti mean?
Death.
Yeah, you could say death, yes, but Chuti has a particular meaning in Pali. Do we encounter Chuti? Not exactly. Chuti is relevant to the Devas. When Devas pass away, they disappear. They simply disappear. Their bodies are not left in heavens. Nice idea, right? When you pass away, your body is not left in this human. Right? It disappears. Right? So,
But you mean disintegrate?
Whatever, but the body is not there after that. Body is not to be seen. Now, when somebody passes away, you still see the body lying. It's a body. It's only the rupa. Nama has gone out, right? Nama part, right? So Chuti is the death of the Devas and the Brahmas, actually, right? So that disappeared. Chavanata means that process. Now here, I want to tell you what is this sutta. Chuti, Chavanata means that process. Bhedo means the breaking, dissolution or breaking. Antaradhanang, it is another word to the Chuti. Antaradhanang, disappear, you know. Machu maranang, this is what happens to us. The maran. Kalakiriya, passed away. This is the proper wording for the passed away, not die. Machu maran, the death. But Kalakiriya means passed away. Khandanam Bedo, breaking of the 5 aggregates. Bedo means breaking. Khandana means fire, the breaking of the 5 aggregates. Kalebara Sanikhepo. Kalebara means, what is Kalebara? You type it all the time. Kalebara. Kalebara. The body, another word for the body. Kalebara. Kalebara. Kalebarasa nikkepo. Now that means you are leaving the body. Aside that you are going somewhere, right? You are leaving the body somewhere when you pass away. So you are leaving the body. Kalebarasa nikkepo. That means you are already dead. Then Jivitindriyasa upachcheda. Jivitindriyasa. What does Jivitindriya mean?
Life faculty.
This is mostly used by the Abhidhammic explanations. Jivitindriya. So what does it mean? Some translations go by vitality, life faculty. Actually, do we have a proper, I would say, stage where you're gonna call someone passed away? Especially in English sciences, they are not pretty much sure about the death. I mean, they might say
More consciousness.
Yeah, brain death.
Brain
someone
death.
is dead in brain, but still, under the life support continues to live. Yeah? But heart is working, but brain is dead. And then at some point now, heart is stopped, but there are other certain things, biological things, still working. The biological death has not happened. Eyes can be good for another 24 hours. Tissues and other things can be working for another 24, 48 hours, right? They say if you want to donate, you have to donate during this time, right? So there's no proper place to say that this person has completely died, right? But in Buddhism, it says when someone's life faculty is stopped, that is the place where someone passes away. Life faculty. Jivitendriya. Jivitendriya. Now, Abhidhamma adds another Pali word to understand Jivitendriya. What Pali word do they add to this conversation? It is not mentioned in the suttas. You won't see it in the suttas. It's totally an Abhidhamma. Now, Jivitendriya you could see in both. What is that Pali word? It's a place in the body. Hadaya Vattu. What is it? Hadaya Vattu. I can type it here.
Heart element. Heart.
Hadaya Vattu. Type it later. Hadaya Vattu. Now, they say heart base. Now, in Abhidhamma, it says our life is what you call rooted. Our life is what you call process through this heart base. Then heart base means not the heart. Some people wrongly understand it is the heart. They misunderstand. Abhidhamma says it's not the heart. It is the blood associated in the heart. Now you see in modern operations, they can take the heart out and they do open surgery, right? And people might, so Hadaya Vattu must be gone, because heart was taken out. No, it's no problem. Because Hadaya Vattu means what you call an implied idea that there is a certain thing called heart base which associates the blood of your heart. Let's say your heart is taken out by the doctors, then there is some blood that are helping that heart to function. Hadaya Vattu is still there. So they say in a way that our consciousness that is going from one life to the other life, always staying with the Hadaya Vattu. But the suttas say no, mind has no place in the body. You cannot say one place in the body. So it's kind of a doctrinal conflict between suttas and Abhidhamma. Suttas and Abhidhamma have a kind of a doctrinal conflict in a way, but people don't understand that very much. So suttas say, like in the Dhammapada, durangamang ekacharang asarirang, bodiless. Thoughts have no place in the body. Thoughts are going everywhere, right? When I think, you could say that When you think about something, when you look at something in your body, you could certainly position your place of the mind. But you can't say this is the place. But Abhidhamma says, no, our life consciousness, the karmic consciousness always surrounding with the Hadevattu. Hadevattu means a particular consciousness that is working with the blood associating the heart. So the heart is taken out or still left there. It doesn't mind. So let's say the heart is stopped. Hadevattu cannot survive by associating the blood because blood is no more working with the heart. Then it must exit the body. Right? Now going back to Jivitendriya here, again the suttas, you could see, all right, Jivitendriya sa upachedo. Now there is something like a danger that has happened to the Jivitendriya. Now Jivitendriya means, as Sumita said, it's a life faculty. So this life faculty is what we're going to have after the Janaka Kamma. What does it mean? Janaka Kamma. Like when we are born with a Kamma, right? When you are born somewhere in this world, you are born with a Kamma. We call that Kamma Janaka Kamma, birth Kamma. Let me write that for you. Janaka Kamma. It is a different Kamma, very important Kamma, not a normal Kamma, right? Can you be reborn with a normal karma? Can you be reborn with a normal karma? No. When you pass away, you know the next life, your next life is going to be created with this Janaka karma. Because if you are reborn from a small karma, your whole life is going to be a whole lot of suffering. So karma has a certain mechanism. When somebody passes away, then your own karmic consciousness is trying to create the best of what it is in order for you to give the next life. We call it Janaka Kamma. Now, can Janaka Kamma survive for long? No. Janaka Kamma only makes you reborn. Then what happens? Jivitendriya kicks in. Jivitendriya starts. That means your life faculty starts. Show again. All right. So Janaka Kamma, then Jivitendriya. Right. This is what we understand. These are some additional information, so don't be very much worried about these things, but just to give you some additional knowledge. So, how are we born with? We are born with a certain Kamma. We call it Janaka Kamma. Some people are born with a very good Janaka Kamma, but after that, they are going through some issues. So we call it Janaka Upapilaka Kamma. Although there is a very good karma for Janaka, but because of other bad karmas in past lives and this life, there are issues for that person. All right, let's go back again. For Chuti Chavana, right? Chavana means what you call disappearing death. Now there is a Pali Sutta about Chavana. Let me type that for you. Deva Chavana Sutta. Have you studied this sutta before? Deva Chavana. This sutta in the Samyutta Nikaya explains to us how a deva is going to die. Very interesting, right? You know how you die one day, how you may die. You may go through an issue or whatever, but we don't know a lot of things about deva. The Buddha says there are 5 things happen to a deva. Deva knows that they are going to die. Do we know that we are going to die?
No.
Unless an astrologer or such a person is telling you're going to die at this time on this day during this astrological time. But devas know. How do they know? Let's see. Deva Chavana Sutta. Right? Okay, I think we have to go to the sutta. It might take time. Okay, I might tell you this way. by saving time. When devas are going to die, they feel that their garlands are going to expire. Their garlands going to expire. And they never have sweat under their armpit. But they feel that sweat is piling up, right? So there are things happening like this. So devas know now they are going to die. So they are going to be very much worried about it, depending on what kind of deva is that. So the importance here is the word called chavana. Deva chavana. Death of the deva. Chavana means removing, death, disappearing. All these meanings are attached to chavana. I will find the particular place the sutta and share with you later.
Bhante, just now you said when deva going to die, their garland going
garlands.
to what? Garlands going to what?
Garlands going to, I would say, fade. The flowers of the garland going to fade. Wither.
Wither.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
We can also try putting a garland on around our neck and see whether. But those flowers are already going to wither all the time, 2-3 days. But their flowers are not withering all the time. It's kind of lifelong one. All right. Back. Okay, Nidhikaṇḍa. Okay, so we have gone a little far about this word, but chavati means remove, or I would say death of the deva also, right? Okay. Sanya vas vimuyhati. Sanya. Sanya means signs. Sanya. Sanya va assa vimuyhati. And then, or the person who is hiding the treasures, who has already done that thing for the treasures, forgets the signs telling where they lie. Now, sometimes some people, now you just imagine someone at that time of India buries his stuff underneath, but later on he or she forgets about the place. I know there was a dog like this. He is always not eating even when you give food. He's taking everything and then digging the earth, putting them inside. Not too deep like this. But then he forgets about where he put the stuff. Everything. Even he sees some paper bills, money, coins. He takes and then try to dig a place and then put them. Some people call this might be a big thief in a previous life. But anyways, sometimes he carries like bottles also. In the same way, some of the people, they forget about the places, signs. At that time, there were no GPS, those advanced things, right? So they have to think about landmark, right? So it can happen. So this is one of the dangers of hidden treasures. The person who is doing that can forget about it. Sanya. Let's study about this word, sanya. How do we understand this term? Sanya has couple meanings, signs. Another word, another place that we understand sanya is 5 aggregates. What is that sanya?
Perception.
Sanya, perception. What did the Buddha talk about sanya under that 5 aggregates? How do people perceive things? Now, you could say they are signs, but how do people perceive things? How do you perceive our class, online Pali reading class before coming here? You go back to the past and you are thinking about the future, predicting about the future. 2 sanyas, 2 ways of making sanya. Buddha says there are 2 ways people make sanya, perceptions. How do they do? Like the carpenter. When a carpenter is doing his or her job, what he or she is doing? He makes a note, probably to a certain area of the lock, right? What is it? This is the place I have to probably cut or something. And then maybe this is for the future. Now, this particular marking of the peg, or I would say the lock, is for the future. And then after he done that, maybe he's coming to that particular day to carve, maybe to cut that area specifically. Then when he is doing the future carving, future things about the love, that particular thing that happened in the past carvings are going to be supportive for him to do future carvings. So people do sanya for the past, people do sanya for the future. Mostly people, when they make sanya for the past, they're going to be working for the future sanyas too. Do we have such sanyas? Now let's take it to the simple life. Now when you had a bad experience with somebody, right? You had a sanya in the past with somebody. You had a very, very bad experience. Are you able to forget about that bad experience to make a new friendship to somebody?
Usually, no.
Experience is going to really bother you. Maybe this person might be a very good person, very good kalyana mitra, but you still bothered by that past incident. What is normally happening to us? Our past experience, that sanya is going to come up and then to bother us. That means we cannot practice vipassana, right? We cannot see things as they are at that point. So sanya works in two ways. To know about the past, to plan for the future. So if we are really people who can really understand the Buddhist teachings, we know how to manage these two sanyas. Here. Now here sanya means signs of that hidden treasure, probably landmarks. And then these are very interesting. Naga va apana menti. Naga, who are the Nagas? Nagas? Naga?
Semi-god.
Dragons, serpents.
Now, when you say Naga, normally the
people in authority, the people with power.
Yeah.
Buddha also is a Naga.
King, is he a king?
All right, let me tell you. Now, when you say Naga, normally what many people think is Naga is a snake. Right?
Yes.
This is the usual thing. So Naga has two meanings. Naga is a snake. Naga is a serpentine person. Okay, serpentine person. Naga-like person, or you could say this person like a snake, always getting angry, right? Always like trying to pick on other people, right? Naga-like person. Now, normally, how can snake goes down the earth, finds my treasures and bring them somewhere else? Can snakes do that job? They do to some people. Some people thought that they can do. Remember? Some people believe that the cobra, the very important, the royal cobra, can feel some of the gems, and then they carry the gems of the people, right? And then they protect it. This is a folklore idea, right? Nagamanikya. That's why in the early text, people believe that royal cobras carry gems, right? Some people say no, let's say they are going here and there under the earth and they find somebody's hidden treasures. Let's say when they see a gem, they feel like this is something interesting. They carry it to the place where they are going. And then when they keep it somewhere, place it somewhere in their habitat, other small animals are getting attracted to the gem, because gem has spectrum when it is interacting with this moon. So when such animals are attracted by that gem, Nagas are going to eat all those tiny creatures. This is one idea of something. Another idea is that Nagas are keeping those gems. But here, what we understand is this is not the Naga as an animal. Naga is a human-like person. Remember, let me tell you a story. True story in the Vinaya Pitaka. There was one Naga who came to the human world and then approached a senior monk. The Naga became a human. They can actually take any shape any form. This Naga took the human form and then went to a senior monk and then asked for the ordination, and he became a monk. Right? The funny thing is that he was asked to share the room with another human monk. Right? The human monk doesn't know because he's a monk, same way, practicing everything. But you know that Naga's true form can appear in 3 places. One is at the sleep. When Naga is sleeping, that snake form can go back again. The human form can go away. The second thing is when they eat. And then the third thing is that when they're having sex. These 3 places. Their real form will come up at that point. One day, I think after some time of their monkhood, the other monk went out, human monk. So the Naga monk was sleeping. So when he came, when the human monk came, he saw a very big snake is in the room. Then he was very scared. This is a true story in the Mahavagga Pali. And then he approached the Buddha and then said to the Buddha that there is a very big snake in my kuti. When all the monks came, they didn't see the Naga. That monk was there. Then they thought about, definitely this is a Naga. Took the human shape. And then from that day onwards, Buddha laid down a rule. When they are ordaining somebody, you have to ask, are you a human or are you a Naga? You see, if you go to the Upasampada or ordination ceremonies, senior monks must ask the person, are you a Naga? Are you a human? Are you a Manusa? Are you a Yakka? So Nagas cannot lie. They have to say, yes, I'm a Naga. Then you are out. You can't be ordained. So this story says that Nagas can take the shape of humans, but they were fundamentally snakes at that point. But then if you look at other stories, we understand these Nagas can take the human shape and they live at 2 places. One is on land. We call them Talaja Nagas. Let me type them for you. I'm typing under the chat 2 types of Nagas. One is Talaja. Call them land Nagas. Second is Jalaja.
Bhante, you're not sharing screen.
No, I sent to the chat. Can you see under the chat? All right. So now what we understand is that Nagas were later on reflected as humans, human shape, but they may carry those fundamental qualities, like probably can become a snake again. So they are mostly in the watery area, especially in the waterfalls, watery areas. If you ask from some villages in some countries, like even in Sri Lanka, they might say, don't go to this waterfall. Every month, there's somebody who is going to die in here in the waterfall. There are some Nagas inside the waterfall, right? So anyways, so now the idea here is that Nagava apanaminti. Nagas can take your treasures that you buried under the earth. Can they do that? If you look at the commentary says a different story. The commentary says when your good karmas are expired, your money will be gone to somebody, isn't it? Commentary takes that approach. Now let's say you buy an expensive jewelry, but you are not doing well in your money management. Then what will happen is that you have to go and pawn the jewelry because you can't survive. You don't have money to survive. Then the Pali commentary takes the approach of that the person who had money, who had treasures, now cannot survive the same way. Maybe it's a mismanagement of his finances. Because otherwise we don't believe that Nagas go down and then take the stuff from those places. That might not be the way. So we believe that this could be a human something that is happening to us. When people are not doing well, you see some of the businesses, they did very well in the past, but lately they are not doing very well for some other reasons. Anyways, then yakha vapi harantina. Yakha means yakas can carry them off too. Now nagas can carry, yakas also can carry. Who are the yakas? Yakas?
Demon.
Demons. It's an English translation, but we call them, you could say demon, but at the same time, yakas are yakas. Are yakas devas? Are nagas devas? Tell me.
Good or bad?
Now, are nagas devas? Now, you said nagas are very dangerous. Now, I also said they can become like that and so. So, I'm asking, are nagas devas or another kind of beings? Or are yakas devas? So, another kind of being?
Another type of beings.
No, today, let me tell you, they are devas.
Oh.
Yes. Where are they living? In the Chatum Maharajika heaven. Let me tell you. Nagas are living under the Virupakka Deva. You go to the, let me show you here. O guardian Deva. Say 4 heavenly kings. Okay, Datarat to the north. Virupakka, no, Virulhaka to the south. Virupakka to the west. So, I would say, you can see here, Vesavana, Virupakka, the last one. See, Nagas. Virupakka's the other devas are, his students are Nagas. You can see Dataratta's students are Gandhavas. Virulhaka's ones are Kumbha. And then Vesavana's students are Yakas. So that means they are the students of, they are the, what you call, disciples of these 4 devas. So they are belong to, Yakas are belong to the Vesavana Deva. Vesavana Deva. So can you still call them demons then? Yakas can be demons. This is the problem. In the English Christian way is that demon is kind of a very disturbing person. But here in Buddhism we say Yakka is not a demon. Yakka is Yakka. But they can demonize things. Definitely. They can do that. Even a human can demonize things, right? Even a human can become a demon. Human can demonize the situation. So Yakas are devas. Nagas are also devas. Nagas are also devas. So what I'm telling is that Yakas can take your stuff away. Sometimes this is a danger when someone is burying stuff underneath. Nagas can take stuff away if you bury them under. Now we take it from a human way. What we understand is that it is not that some beings come and take our stuff away. It is that we are not managing our thoughts. We are not managing our life properly, so that we are going to let things happen like that. And then we look at it, from a Naga way, from a Yakha way. So Nagas are devas, and then Yakhas are devas too. All right. So Nagas and Yakhas can be dangerous. Now remember Atanatiya Sutta. Atanatiya Sutta. I think all of you know the Sutta, right? On an all-night Parita ceremony, the last Sutta to chant is Atanatiya Sutta, right? Atanatiya Sutta. You might forget about it. Atanatiya Sutta. Nidhikaṇḍa 32. Right? In this sutta, you can see the first part is about the bad yakkhas. See here. Okay. Let's see here. I think probably at the beginning of this sutta that okay. Seated to one side, the great king Vessavana, Yakka's head deva, Chatu Maharajika's one of the devas, said to the Buddha, some high spirits have confidence in the Buddha, that means his disciples, Yakkas, some do not. Some middling spirits have confidence in Buddha, some do not. And you can see here, why is that? Because the Buddha teaches them to refrain from killing living creatures. Refrain. Panatipata Vedamani. Because Buddha says, Adinadana Vedamani. Kamesamichachara Vedamani. Musavada Vedamani. Surame. But mostly yakkas, they don't refrain from such things. They don't like or approve of it. What does it mean? Are all these yakkas keeping 5 precepts? Not most of them. But after the Buddha actually gave this sutta, some of them, understood like it. That means there are devas who are killing, who are stealing, who are misbehaving, who are lying, who are clouding the mind. But they are not the full-fledged deva. They are only the yakkas, yakka type deva, bad deva. That's why when some monks are actually transferring good karmas, sharing good karmas, they pinpoint one thing. May all the Samma Dittika Deva share all, not the Michcha Dittika Deva. Michcha Dittika Deva, Samma Dittika. Right? There are devas who have Michcha Ditti, and there are devas who have Samma Ditti. May Samma Ditti Deva come and take the mess. But we don't do that. We say, may all the devas come and take it. We don't know who don't like it. Right? But they make a point actually when they are giving this sharing good karmas. Anyways, so yakkas can take your stuff away, not come physically and take them out. I think what it means is that when you are demonizing yourself, right, as a bad person, unethical person, then things can go away from you, right? Mismanagement, right? And then the Nagas do the same thing. So that means train your mind, plan well, be wise, be smart. This is another good Pali word. I would say good Buddhist word to understand. Be smart all the time. Otherwise, you cannot practice. And then you can do well. But here, the Buddha says, for somebody who has hidden treasures underneath, still may encounter issues like maybe he or she might forget about the place where he or she left it. Maybe Nagas can take such things away. Maybe Yakkas can take those things away. Yakka, Naga, they are pretty much connected to I would say, anthropomorphizer. How to say in proper simple English? I would say kind of words that Buddha asks us to think about. Managing our own finances, own things, especially with regard to our mind thoughts. All right, any questions? I saw Suzanne ask a question, are they always bad? No, we cannot say they are bad. I wanted to add another information here. You know the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, came to Sri Lanka 3 times, right? He said in the chronicles, he came to Sri Lanka for 3 times. So one time he came to Sri Lanka to settle a problem between Nagas. Chulodara, Mahodara, they were quarreling over a chair. Right? They were quarreling over a chair, like babies, children, right? They are quarreling over small things. Anyways, so when the Buddha came, then the Buddha Buddha actually said, you should not quarrel over the chair. And if I'm correct, what happened was that this chair was taken to Kalyani Stupa, and then it was enshrined. Another Naga king called Mani Akkita took it over, then putting it inside the pagoda. So Nagas were pretty much human. So we cannot say they are bad. I'm not talking about Naga as a snake. Right? Then what happened, when that monk was taken to the Buddha, the Naga monk, then the Buddha said, do not do this again. You are a Naga. But if you want to practice Sila, he said, no, Bhante, I wanted to practice Sila. That is why I became a monk under the senior monk. Then the Buddha said, if you want to practice Sila, you need to practice on a full moon day. Practice it on a full moon day, then become a human in the next life. I normally narrate this story for the 8 precept people on a full moon point. It's very good you came here today. Huh? If you are a Naga, you're going to remove from the Naga shape from today, one day. If you want to become a human and practice Sila, then practice Sila on a full moon day. It doesn't mean that you don't need to practice Sila other times. It is for the Naga. So Nagas are not always fierce and bad, but there are Nagas, right, who are not good. Like the Yakhas. Yakhas are not always bad, but there are some Yakhas who don't follow the Buddha's advice. All right, any questions?
Yes, Bhante, may I ask a
Yes,
question,
please.
please? Yes. Can it be protected as well? I mean, there are half side of them bad, half side of them good. Can we say that they are also protected?
Are they protecting others or they are protected?
Protecting others.
Yeah, they are protecting others. What is their business with the waterfalls and rivers? Why they are going to the waterfalls? Because they are protecting the waterfalls from other beings. And it is said that, remember the story, it's a little a bad story. King Kosala, he was a very, I would say, voluptuous man, this King Kosala. He said, he saw one woman in a house. He said, I'm going to take this woman as the queen. But she's married. So he asked that man to go find something from the Naga world. Right? On his way, he was eating something. And then he was thinking, today I'm going to be killed by the king because I don't know where to go to find this thing in the Naga world. Then one Naga saw this. Right? So Nagas are supportive for the human because the Naga saw today, if we cannot find probably some mud from the Naga world, then the king is going to kill him. So that means they are supportive. I think they are supportive if you are a good person. You don't need to check about whether they are good people or bad people. If you are a good person, all the non-human beings come to you and help you, support you. I think we experience that. You say, you heard from somebody, this is a bad person. But when you are good to that person is also good to you. Naturally. But when you heard from somebody, that person is bad, you're also going to be bad to that person. Then that person is going to do the same thing to you. Right? So I think, in my understanding, in my reading, Nagas and Yakas could be good or bad. But if you look at good and bad to yourself as a good person, you will be definitely protected, blessed by them because of your good life. Yes, Susan?
Well, thank you, Bhante. Janaka karma that you are born with, you said it fades away after you're born, but does it affect the start of your new life? Can it influence you?
Yes. Yes, let's say I die one day, definitely you're going to die, everybody else. So when I die, karma has to take me to the next level. My next level is immediately I have to be reborn. How I'm going to be reborn? One big karma, especially a karma that is fit for my next life, has to be processed, has to be prioritized by the karma themselves. That is called Janaka karma. Right? Janaka karma is as such. But once I was reborn, Janaka karma goes away, and then I have to create my own karmas. Maybe other secondary karmas are going to take effect. So Janaka karma is very important because it determines the place where you go, the country, family, right? Now just think about somebody is going to be reborn into a very terrible family. They are suffering too. They are struggling too. So definitely there is a connection. Their suffering and my suffering is going to be connected. That is why I'm going to be reborn in that family. But what is to be done for that family is a different Buddhist teaching. It's a different Buddhist teaching. All right. Any more questions?
Bhante, these Nagas, they can marry human beings. There's an interesting story in the Dhammapada verse 182. Erakapata offered his daughter to, so that's interesting.
They can. But the problem is when they sleep, when they eat, they go back to the snake. They can go back to the snake form. Who would like to see that, right? You married to a Naga and then you see all of a sudden a big Naga in your room, Do you like that? I don't think. That's why the Buddha said you have to ask from anybody who is going to become a monk. Are you a Naga? Are you a Yakka? Did you take the permission from mother and father and all that? They're very interesting. All right, we'll take 1 more minute if you have any questions.
Bhante.
Yes, Indra.
The word in the stanza wapi. Is that wapi a single word or is it also a combination of wa and api, Bhante?
Let me see again. Okay, you mean here, right?
Yes, in the last line.
Okay. Now wapi. If you take wapi as a single word, this means lake in Pali. Lake. But this is not wapi here. This is wa-api.
Api, okay.
Wa-api. Sorry, my rules are not very good. Wa means O. Api. Api is, what do you call it? It's kind of a connecting word which has no particular meaning. So wa means no. O. All right. Looks like no more questions. If you have any questions, so please send me a message and then we can answer. All right. We're going to be then transferring good karmas to the departed ones and share karmas with them. May all the good karmas which we've been accumulating today be transferred to all the departed ones, passed away in the name of all of us. If the departed ones were reborn in a place of pain, may they be able to be reborn in a comfortable, happy place, and then practice more Dhamma. And finally, attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me nyate nang huntu sukhita huntu nyatayo. Idam me nyate nang huntu sukhita huntu nyatayo. Idam me nyate nang huntu sukhita huntu nyatayo. See the words. May Deva, Naga, Nidhikaṇḍa share all these good karmas. May Deva, Naga, Nidhikaṇḍa be well and happy, and then bless and protect all of you for good health, quality of life, and prosperity. Thinking thus we're going to give good karmas to the Devas. May they also finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavatacha ammehi sambhatang punya sampradang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambhatang punya sampradang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambhatang punya sampradang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavatacha ammehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca Bhummattha Devanaga Mahitnika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkhantu Lokasasanam. Akasattha ca Bhummattha Devanaga Mahitnika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkhantu Desanam. Akasattha ca Bhummattha Devanaga Mahitnika Punyantang Anumoditva Chirang Rakkhantu Mam Paranti Chirang Rakkhantu Tvam Sadati. In this samsaric life, may we be always in the company of the Kalyana Mitras. May we be not in the company of the Papa Mitras. Thinking thus, we're going to make the wish. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo gotu yavanimbana patya. Finally, may all the good karmas which we've been accumulating today be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silis nichang vaddha pachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balam ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati saminjatu. Sadhu, sadhu. Right, so our class is over at this point. Wishing you a good night, and we'll be seeing you next Thursday.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you very much, Bhante.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
sadhu.
Thank you,
Take
Bhante.
care.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bhante.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
Bhante,
Yes, Corina.
is Yaka considered like a guardian deva?
Yes. Yes. Not considered. He is a yakka, your guardian deva.
Oh, they are the guardian deva.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all the devas that who work under Vesavana
Okay.
are yakkas.
Okay.
All the devas who work under Virupaka, they are not.
Okay.
Yes.
So don't mind send me the recording on this because I joined halfway.
Okay. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Thank
See you
you.
then next Thursday.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Good night,
Bhante.
Bhante. See you next week.